Hello everyone, welcome to day 6 of alternate day RE challenge, and today we are going to solve this second unique crackme.exe. I'll share all the details related to this challenge in the description below. You can check it out, and meanwhile let's execute this for now, and let's just add a username text, and it asks for password, and I'll just sorry, license key. I'll just put something random, and it says authentication failure. So here we have understood how this challenge runs, how this program runs. Now we'll just quickly see whether it is 32-bit or 64-bit. So in these challenges, we are not aiming for solving very advanced challenges, but we are trying to solve the basic ones so that as a beginner you can gather confidence and solve the challenges on your own. The first step always uh, is needed, which is, according to me especially, is replicating whatever is written in the document or whatever uh, the person who is solving the CTF or the challenge is doing. So I used to just replicate each and every step, and that actually helped me in learning these challenges on my own. So that's what I am trying to do over here, and I hope these challenges are useful. So here I can see that this is 32-bit. Let's just ignore the virus total score and everything, and make sure that you are running this sample in an isolated environment. Even though it's not malicious, but you never know. These are the challenges which are present uh, openly, so they may or may not have a malware or anything suspicious over there. So let's get started. We saw this is 32-bit, so we'll quickly open it in X32-bit debugger. And we saw that it asks for a username and then it asks for the license key. So we'll check that. So let's just see, just execute it. So the few things that we are going to do right here is, as usual, we'll search for all user modules. We'll go to string references and we'll see if there's anything interesting. Sometimes there are hard coded keys present over here. So here you can see that please enter your username, license key, authentication success, failure. So you can actually bypass this without even putting the correct password. That is something that we have done before as well. But for now, we are looking to find the actual password. We at least need to find the logic or figure out the password from here. As I have also mentioned before, that we don't always need to solve the CTF or the challenge till the end, because the goal is always to find the password or the flag or the license key. So once you get the required input, you don't need to solve it completely. So here I've set breakpoints to all these four strings, which are for entering your username, license key, authentication success, and failure. Because again, in authentication success and failure, we are going to see some sort of comparison. There has to be some sort of comparison that is happening. So we need to check that. Anything else? Here's a secret. We can put a breakpoint over here also. I'm thinking of putting a breakpoint in pause also. Now it totally depends upon you. If you do not want to put any breakpoint, you can simply go for step over, step into. That is totally fine. But this is my approach always, that if there are any interesting strings that are related to finding the passwords, then I would definitely go for that. So I'll click on run, and meanwhile I'll keep looking at here. Okay, so it is asking for the username, so I'll put true as the username, and I see nothing happened. I'll enter the license key as hello, and yes, this is where it stopped. And here we observe some kind of string. I am not sure if this is something interesting, like it is important to us, but here I see a lot of things. Here's a secret. So what we can do is, let's put a breakpoint. Here's a comparison that is happening against 10. Please enter your license key. This is here. Let's put a breakpoint over here. Let's put a breakpoint over here as well. Now, why am I putting breakpoints over here is because I see that please enter your license key is mentioned over here, and just after that I see that there's a call that is happening. So I really want to see what is happening in that call. If it is only specific to taking my input, then that is totally fine, but I also want to see if there is any kind of comparison that is happening. So there are more call functions, so we can set breakpoints over here also, because we need to understand what is happening. Now we want to see what is happening here, because what string is this. We also want to see that how is it taking our input, because I do not see my license key and the input that I have given anywhere mentioned. Okay, so these things are kind of interesting. So let's click on run again, and I guess, yeah, any key to continue. So it goes to username. I'll just refresh it. Let's go, move to the entry point. Let's just see. Okay, let's go to shrew, and please enter your license key. This is where it enters. Okay, so let's just click on run again. Okay, okay, here I'll put the license key again. Okay, it's not taking, it will take an input now. Just okay, so this is where I see my input. Show us the username which is pushed, which is an EAX. Okay, so the value of EAX is shrew, and here I can see that ECX is LEA is load effective address. So it is dealing with the address of ECX having hello. So hello was the license key, and EAX shrew is the input over here. So this is why I had put some breakpoints before, and now I'm looking at it, like what is happening internally. So now we'll do step into just to see what is happening within. Nothing interesting as of now, but I can see the username is being used somewhere, and there's some comparison which is happening, which is fine. Because I want to understand if there is some sort of length of the string that it is calculating. Okay, now here is another call. Let's see what is it doing. I'll follow step into for now. And here you can see that it is making use of the username, EAX and EBP. There is an XOR operation that is happening. Let's see what is the value of EAX now and what was EBP before. Okay, let's just observe for now. If you want, we can set a breakpoint over here. Let's just keep seeing what is happening. This is the part where the stack is, so we'll just keep an eye over here also. I'll soon come up with, learning about understanding and using different tools so that it gets easier to analyze the samples or the programs easily. So here you can see a lot of things are happening. Let's see what is getting moved over here. Okay, we'll just keep an eye. Let us not try to check everything. Let us just keep seeing what is happening over here. So these are some hex values. What we can do is we'll set a breakpoint over here as well, so that again when we are actually going to reanalyze it, we'll be able to understand what is happening. And it is using, okay, I think there is some sort of conversion maybe that is happening. Okay, let's get into this call now and let's see what is happening. We'll just keep doing step intos. There's a comparison EDI against ECX. Okay, I don't think that is of much importance. Okay, Just keep going. After doing a number of step intos, we have reached a point where we still see some sort of comparison, but it's still interesting. Here you can see that each of the character from shrew is being added. There is some increment, so this is some kind of loop where it is checking all the four characters and doing some sort of comparison. We are still not sure of what comparison is happening, but this is a loop most probably. Why I know this is a loop? So if you have done any sort of programming, then you can see that how the loop increases, how the comparison happens. So based on that, I have concluded that this most probably looks like some sort of a loop that is happening, so that it can actually go through each of the characters and maybe do some sort of calculation. For now it is doing some comparison, and we are trying to understand what is happening right now. To be honest, it's very difficult sometimes to understand what exactly is happening all the time, but even if you get a slight idea of what is happening, you may be able to figure out. So it has calculated all the four characters, like it has gone through all the four characters and it is done. So it will jump move out of the loop. So it is doing some sort of comparison and we are not sure. It is jump below. Okay, now you enter your license key. Let's just keep going through one by one. We still see the value of hello is over here, which is the license that we have entered. And there is shoe also, it is doing XOR. Okay, let's just keep going one step at a time. Value of IA is moving to ECX. Okay, we'll just keep going. If there is anything interesting for us, we need to understand at what calculation is happening, which is leading to um, the authentication failure. Of course, the password, I mean the license key that we are adding is wrong, but still we need to understand and find out what is the right password. So let's keep going. Okay, here also increment. Let's keep going. It is making use of shrew. Okay, it is taking S. XORing at EAX CX. Now ECX is compared against EDX. And just keep going. Okay, so shrew is getting changed to something else. So this is where some sort of calculation is happening. So SH got changed to OH, and if you remember, we observed some random string and we were not sure if that was it, but never mind. We will keep going and we'll keep seeing what is happening next. We'll just keep going one step at a time. Okay, here's another calculation that is happening. XOR ESI and EAX. So where is ESI is here and EAX is the value H. So the value is stored in ESI, which is here. There's an increment that is happening. Comparison, and it jump less than, so it is moving again, and most probably it is going to perform the same steps again. Let's see. Just keep going, and yes, R also got changed now. If you want, we can get into this. We can put a breakpoint over here. Let's keep going. So here is also another loop, as this is parsing through each character. Here EAX is there. See, you can see that third number means SHR, so it is talking about the R character. Let's keep going one step at a time. What you can do is set a breakpoint over here, and I don't think that beyond this it's going to do anything else. Let's just quickly run. We'll just do this. Let's just run again. And we reached here, and SHRU is changed to OHGI. Right now, we don't know the logic behind it, but we are just trying to identify what is happening. Now it comes out of the loop. So it is comparing something against 10, most probably the length, but I still want to be confirmed that it is looking for the length right now. So I'll just quickly keep going. Okay, so here something else is getting added, which is Q. Okay, so looks like with shrew, there's something else that is getting added. So most probably there's a change with the input field that we are giving. I mean the username. So the license or the comparison wherever it is happening, it is related to the username that we are adding. So there could be a possibility that it is looking for the correct username also, or there could be a possibility that the license depends on the username. So there are two possibilities, and there could be many possibilities also. Right now I just have these two possibilities in my mind. So let's keep going. Let's see, just keep going. Let's just run. Okay. Comparison. So I think the license would be of length 10 maybe. That's what I'm guessing. Or maybe the character after shrew. I'm just guessing. I'm not sure if that is right. But the comparison is happening till 10. So once the value of EX moves to 10, it will come out of the loop, because this is jump less than, till the time the value is less than 10. Sorry. So if it starts from 0, then of course the value that we are talking about, or the length that we are talking about, should be till 10. And here the increment. So this is again another loop over here. So let's just run. We'll just keep looking at the right side, the value of EBX, and you can see the value of EX has changed to 7. I hope it's visible. Just keep going. The value changed to MOB. Okay, it's not just dependent on 10, is it? Okay, no, I might be wrong. It's in hex. Just keep going. Doesn't still look like the EAX value. Yes, it moved out. And okay, let's just refresh it and let's check it again. Need to find the license key. What we have observed that mostly the license key seems to be using is dependent on the input value, or maybe the input value is also defined. I'll just put hello. Here. Yes, it has taken hello. And we did observe how the calculation was happening, and this is the input. Let's just copy this selection this time. Let's just try this once. Sorry. Show and license. And here's authentication success. So basically, based on the input, it was getting changed. What we can try another thing is, let's take another input. Okay, my bad. Let's start from here. Yes. And let's enter username as username. Let's see. Looks like it has just taken name or what. We'll enter the license key as password. Okay, sorry, my bad. So username and password is given here. Let's just keep going. We have already set different breakpoints. So this is the string that is created. So based on the input, a new string is getting created, which is basically the license key. If you um, let's run it again separately and add username as username and enter this license key, and it's authentication success. So basically, here the input field that it is the license key is mostly dependent on the input. And there's another interesting thing that I would like to show is, if you keep going, here's a secret. So if I execute this and if I put my username as Shrew, and if I add here's a secret the way it is mentioned over here, it gives me the license key. So if I enter Shrew now and put the license key, authentication success. So that is pretty interesting and it's nice. So in this challenge, we actually observed how the license key is dependent on the input that you are giving. And it was fun. It was a fun learning experience. It is at the beginners level, this is pretty interesting. And if you look for more challenges, uh, sp- uh, specific to beginners, the challenges are mostly of this sort. So we'll keep solving more such challenges. Let me see how long I can keep solving and keep following this alternate day reverse engineering challenge. Meanwhile, you can follow the step that I'm following one step at a time, and you will never realize also that when you actually started solving the challenges on your own. And right now, the goal is to solve only the easiest ones, the easy yet slightly tricky ones. And that's it for today. We'll come up with the next alternate day reversing challenge. And please like, share, and subscribe to my challenge. And see you in the next video. Bye.